My name is Crystal Brandlett, and I am presenting Adolescent Anxiety, the correlation between anxiety and student academic and social behavior. To summarize the background investigation, studies are proving that low self-esteem is causing depression, aggression, low academic achievements, and the most dominant problem of social anxiety among adolescents. In a study conducted by Kristen Warren in 2015, adolescents were at a disadvantage when dealing with social behaviors in the middle school years, and anxiety is also having a negative impact on adolescents' academia. So students are becoming more competitive and overscheduled in their activities based largely on that parental burden. That was also from a study conducted by Warren in 2015. Researchers found that 35 to 37% of adolescent students are reporting high or extreme levels of academic stress and exam anxiety. So I conducted this experiment with a sampling method of 60 students from an 8th grade class in rural Alabama between the ages of 12 and 13. And the control group was 30 randomly selected students from a group of 100. There was low to middle socioeconomic status. There were Caucasian, African American, and Hispanics, 30 males and 30 females. The convenience sampling was employed to select participants that were willing and able to participate in the study. So here is part of the instrumentation, the student rating scale that I used. So this was administered by a certified counselor before the experiment began. You can see here that there are 5 rating scales ranging from no anxiety at a level 1 to 5, which is an extreme anxiety situation. Some of the stressors were dealing with their social life, and some were dealing with their academic life. So, like one of the questions, how does answering a question in front of your classmates make you feel? That's a social stressor. How do you feel when your teacher gives an unannounced test or quiz? That would be an academic stressor. The rating scale was viewed by 4 colleagues to ensure that all data was as reliable as possible. Children will hide their true feelings in fear of peer judgment, or the students are resistant to accurately answering the survey. We tried to make sure that the vocabulary within the survey was of the understanding of a 12 to 13-year-old student. Also, the rating scale scores were interpreted by myself, the researcher, and the counselor and I determined the areas of need based on the level of rating for each given scenario. An intervention was tailored to that survey. The procedures, basically 60 students were randomly selected to participate in the study. All 60 students received that pre-test rating scale survey with 10 situational prompts relating to anxiety socially and academically. The 60 students were randomly selected and put into 2 groups containing 30 students each, and the groups differentiated by their socioeconomic status, their gender, and their race. There was an experimental group and a control group. The experimental group was the group that received bi-weekly counseling sessions from a certified school counselor. The control group did not receive any intervention means whatsoever. A post-test was given 3 months after the experiment began to see if there was any growth. The experimental group received those counseling sessions pertaining to coping mechanisms for social and academic anxiety. They were bi-weekly for 30 minutes each. The counselor consulted myself, and we gathered data throughout to see what we needed to continue to work upon. Areas of need were determined by that rating scale, and the counselor was able to easily document all of the information. Internal validity. The subject characteristics were a threat to the study because the study is made up of students from different socioeconomic statuses, genders, motivation levels, and knowledge levels, which could make a difference in the study's outcome. This threat was attempted to be controlled by using random assignments with groups and place an even amount of genders in each group. Subject attitude